Welcome to the Project Genesis live stream tour. My name is Noel Delisle, and I'm a member of the 8 Circuit Studios developer team making our flagship title, Project Genesis. Project Genesis is a sci-fi PvP shooter that combines 2 game genres, space combat and first-person shooter. Project Genesis. We love both genres, and we wanted to create a game that combined and mashed up the 2 environments in a way that was seamless and allowed players to experience the magic of both environments. So thanks for coming along with me today on this tour of Project Genesis. We're going to hop into the game. I'm going to show you some of the features, some of the layouts. We're going to go through loadouts, characters, maps, game modes, and some extra special features that we have available for you. So come on with me, let's go. So Project Genesis is currently in the pre-alpha phase of game development. Right now, we are working on refining core game mechanics, as well as adding in lore and additional content for players, streamers, content creators, and our community at large. When you hop into Project Genesis, once you get to the main menu, this is what you're going to see. And there's quite a few things that we can go through here. At the top bar, you see that there's avatar selection, battlecraft, persona, and news. On the news page, you'll be able to see everything about where we are at any given point in our development. While we're in pre-alpha, we are naming our milestone updates, and our most recent one is featured here, and will always be updated with the latest pre-alpha milestone update. You'll also be able to see how you can get plugged into the community by looking at our badge program, and we'll be talking a little bit more about one of the opportunities that we have for you. We also have our founders packs, which are exclusive DLC available only during pre-alpha early access. And it's a way that if you want to get in on the ground floor and support the development of Project Genesis, you can do so and be rewarded with some really awesome exclusive items that you can show off in game to show that you were here at the beginning and you're one of the OG founders. We update our developer update every time we release a pre-alpha milestone update. And you can read the patch notes here on the left on the news page, and then the video update will give a highlight and overview of the major features that are included in the newest update. We also have several weekly playtest sessions that we host as a developer team with our community members, where you can jump in, play against and with the developer team, ask questions, hop on a call in Discord if you want, or just join in the lobbies and have some fun. Let's go over to the persona tab, because this is kind of the essence of your character progression and your progression as a player in Project Genesis. We have kill cards that are, some are static and some are animated, and they appear anytime that you complete an objective or kill an opponent in a game. Emblems are another way for you to customize your persona and how you're displayed to other players. And it is a really cool way that you can add your own little flavor to your persona in game. We also have some badges that we'll go over, and you can earn these by holding specific roles and notable roles that contribute to our community and the development of the game. And then your rank is a progression system that as you grind through our PvP game modes, you will not only increase in rank, but you'll also earn quite a few of these kill cards and emblems that you can add to your persona. So things like this one, the Killing Machine, Big Game Hunter, Faster and Furious. We can scroll down. We have some other ones, Swift and Deadly. You get Near Me, You're Dead. These are all DLC that you can unlock for free just simply by grinding through the PvP game modes. For the emblems, there's a plethora of different emblems that you can unlock for free just for spending time in the game. The more kills that you get in PvP game modes, the more objectives that you complete, the faster that you'll rank up, you'll earn that next rank. And then you'll also unlock really, really cool emblems and kill cards along the way. Let's go ahead and we'll put our security drone right here as our emblem to start with. And then for the kill card, I think I'm feeling this, you get me near me, you're dead. Cool emblems. Looks pretty good to me. Now let's look at our avatars, because another thing that you can unlock as you go through progressing through the PvP game modes is you can unlock exclusive skins for the avatar and the battlecraft. Avatars are the characters that function in the first-person shooter game mode. Battlecraft are the ships that operate in the exterior environments out in the space landscape. For our avatars, we have a wide selection already with many more to come that you can choose based on your playstyle and the type of character that you like. You have the hacker, the technomancer, the rogue, the toxic, the tank, the bull, Cosmo, and Sapper. And you'll notice that some of these look identical, and that's because we're still building out some of the character models for each of these avatars. Additionally, coming in the very near future, we are going to be adding ability systems to both avatars and Battlecraft based on their classes. So depending upon what type of playstyle that you like as a player, you're going to have a lot of flexibility to play this game in a way that suits your playstyle. Whether you're a hard charging fragger, or you're more of a support player, or maybe you like being in that beefy tankier role, you'll be able to do that both in Avatar and Battlecraft. And so not only will these avatars in Battlecraft vary based on their speed or the weapons that they have, but they'll also have active, passive, and ultimate abilities eventually that will not only interact in an intuitive and counterplay measure kind of way with each other, but also gives you a lot of flexibility to play this game in the way that you like to play shooter style games, in the role that suits you the best. Now, I mentioned that there are unlockable skins for both Avatar and Battlecraft as you progress through our PvP game modes. That's absolutely true. So if we go into Appearance, we'll go through some of these that you can unlock just simply by grinding. We've got a variety of animal prints. We have some different flavors of digital camo, some more traditional camo patterns. We've got some fun designs with some bright colors. This is one of my favorites. I love the purple stripes. And then as you unlock these, they are then made available for all of your Avatar and all your Battlecraft. So if we move over to this, you can have 4 loadouts preset for Avatar as well as Battlecraft. But if we switch over to the Rogue here, since I unlocked pink stripes in my progression through PvP game modes, I now have the ability to equip this, if I wanted to, every one of my avatars. You see purple stripes is available. So once you unlock one of these, they're available for all your characters. If we move over to the Battlecraft, we'll review real quick kind of which Battlecraft we have. We have the Adu. We have the Sonic. This is a pretty popular one in our community. A lot of pilots love flying the Sonic. We have the Wraith. You'll notice that as you hover over these, there are some stat indicators for different trade-offs, whether it's speed versus HP pool and different things like that. This is kind of one of the fundamental iterations of this, but this will build out as we add these ability systems in the future. If you like more tanky Battlecraft, we have that for you as well. We got some big boys here that have a much higher HP pool, but are considerably slower, but also have access to some pretty heavy tanky weapons. Spectre is another one of my favorites. This is one of our more squishy type Battlecrafts. The HP pool is lower, but the speed is considerably faster. So if you like movement versus HP pool, this is one of the ships for you. Got our D-Park here. It's kind of a mid-range ship. The D-Park is a great beginning ship to get used to the movement and controls. Highly recommend if you're just getting in game to try that out as your first option. And then this Odessa. And in the same way, you can save 4 different loadouts where you can specifically change not only the cosmetic appearance, but you can also adjust the loadout for what you would like, which weapon you would like, and then save that for quick reference. We're going to go back and we're going to put this first one. Let's put it on the Spectre. We like the Spectre. And you know what? Let's throw a skin on there. Why not? I'm thinking maybe let's do some urban camo. Looks good to me. All right, so we have our Hacker. We got our Battlecraft. Let's make sure our loadouts are set right. DMR is a really great gun on the Spectre. I like it a lot. It's a very short ammunition clip type weapon, but very high fire rate. It does a lot of damage. Another one that's very popular in our community on the Spectre is the Smart Gun, which has some small homing properties to it to aid in taking out your opponents. But really just kind of a fun weapon to use, and another great weapon to kind of get used to and use as you're familiarizing yourself with the game. So now that we've gone through the different avatars, Battlecraft, persona customization, and where you can find the latest news for Project Genesis, now let's hop into some of our different game modes. We're going to start by going to the solo firing range. This is a great place when you first get into the game to familiarize yourself with the first-person shooter weapons in a static environment where you don't have any enemies shooting back at you, and you can practice and learn the recoil patterns. You can find your perfect weapon, whatever suits you the best. We recently made some additions to our firing range where in this mode, by the way, you can only spawn as an avatar because this is a first-person shooter mode only in the firing range for the moment. So once we get in here, and you'll see that we can choose, even change our loadouts on the fly. Well, let's grab a frag grenade real quick, and then we'll spawn in as an avatar. And you can see here, we mentioned our badge program. These are some of our badges featured here in the firing range. And then you can see the capital ship, the Satoshi in the background. And if we drop down here, you'll notice that we have some avatar-like silhouettes, as well as some drones holding some stationary targets. We do also have some horizontal, laterally moving, and vertical moving targets. But this is an environment where no one's going to shoot back at you. You can just kind of practice your aim. We also recently added weapon racks that allow for dynamic switching, so you don't have to go back to the main menu, just choose a different weapon and try it out. So we can try all these. Let's go ahead and let's grab this Kingsguard LMG. You'll also notice that when we drop a weapon, and this is a new addition to the game, also included in our PvP game modes, is that when you kill somebody or you drop, or whether an enemy, you kill an enemy, or a friendly dies and drops a weapon, you will have the ability to not only quick reload by running over a dropped magazine, but you can dynamically switch on the fly mid-game to a different weapon that was dropped. This is a great place where you can practice your aim, you can practice different weapons. Let's try this KG-15. This is one of our newer weapons added. Pretty fast fire rate, does a lot of damage. Then we have some SMGs. This is probably one of our most popular SMGs, the Auto Tac 7. So this is our firing range. Great place to get in and just get familiarized with the weapon. So let's head back to the main menu. We'll show you some of our other experimental modes. We have Team FPS AI SANDBOX. This is one of our 2 experimental modes related to interaction with AI bots. We have plans where we want to lean into a deeper PvE experience, whether that turns out to be a campaign mode, a co-op story mode, a single player mode. We know a lot of players enjoy that. We enjoy that as well, in addition to PvP. So while Project Genesis is always going to have a focus on PvP game modes, we do want to further develop and incorporate more PvE game modes into Project Genesis. So kind of our first iteration of this was the Team FPS AI SANDBOX. Not only does this provide a place where you can do some dynamic weapon training in FPS mode, but it also allows you to interact and play against and with AI bots, as well as your friends if they want to join in. When you hop into Team FPS AI SANDBOX, you will only be able to spawn as an avatar because, again, this is an FPS only map and game mode at the moment. And there's 2 different things that you can do in this game mode that are pretty cool. So when you spawn in, you'll spawn in as an avatar, and you'll notice that you'll see a firing range with a tunnel, and then you'll also have a translucent doorway screen that goes into the main battle space, where you'll have AI that you get to fight against. Now, if we go back in here, let's drop this down. We do have both throwables and deployables for our avatars and our battlecraft. This is a very elementary and rudimentary version of our future's ability system that will go into place. But some of the avatars will either have, for deployables, they'll either have a healing station they can put down that heals themselves as well as allies, a turret that mans itself, as well as a shield. In the battlecraft space, there are shields for some battlecraft, and there are healing stations for other battlecraft currently. Again, lots more coming, but that's what we have at the moment. Now, this is just a tunnel that allows you to bypass the action that's going on here. If you just want to get into this other training range that we have that has some indicators for distance, again, has the weapon racks for dynamic weapon swapping. And what this is designed to allow you to do, for those of you that want to learn recoil patterns or you want to improve your aim, you want to learn how to control certain weapons at different distances, this is the space for you. So in this space, if we go to the 16-meter line, I can fire stationary hip fire without controlling recoil, and I can see what the pattern looks like. I can ADS and see what the pattern looks like if I don't control recoil. And then I can also try managing recoil. So you can hone your skills with this, and it really gives you an opportunity to be able to not only play against some AI and practice your aim against players, but also allows you the ability to refine your ability to manage recoil and understand recoil patterns for various weapons. So this is the Team FPS AI Sandbox. We're gonna hop back to the main menu, and we're gonna go to one of our other experimental PvE game modes. Now this next one is our newest experimental PvE game mode, and it's called Team PvE Sandbox. Now what this is designed to do is to condense several of the main objectives throughout our different game modes into a very small space and small progression and subsequent objective pipeline. So that way you can get a kind of a crash course in what things you may have to encounter and what you should expect when you hop in the game. It's not designed to be a tutorial, but it is kind of a good place while we are still building out a tutorial to allow you to get comfortable with the Project Genesis mechanics and game flow before you hop in against other players in our PvP game modes. So let's hop in there real quick. This is Team PvE Sandbox. In this game mode, you will be forced to spawn as a battlecraft first, and then you'll have to use our breach and board mechanic, which is how we seamlessly transfer players between the exterior environments in space combat with battlecraft to the interior FPS portion in avatar form. So you'll notice as soon as we spawn in, we have our smart gun, we have our scepter. This is good. It's a fast battlecraft. And you notice that we have 4 AI bots that we're playing against. So spawn in as a battlecraft. You'll have some opponents that you can shoot at. And what you're trying to do is make your way inside and breach and board the interior. Now the way that worked is there are icons that indicate in green throughout the capital ships or exterior environments that are points that you can breach. And that animation that you just saw is the breach and board animation that transfers us from battlecraft form to docking in a pod in the exterior and then transferring to avatar form on the interior. So it's at the core of Project Genesis. And now that we're inside, now we have 2 objectives. Now you see that there's a diamond up there with a padlock. That is a terminal that we will need to hack. And after we do so, then we'll unlock. After doing so, we'll unlock a bomb site, but then we'll have to plant a bomb. So let's see if we can get this terminal hacked real quick. Keeping an ear out for any AI that might sneak up on us, but looks like we got it. Okay, perfect. And now it unlocks this next objective, which is a bomb site. Let's throw a nade there. They will try to defuse the bomb once the bomb is planted. So our goal is to not only plant the bomb, but then also defend against any AI that want to defuse it. Let's get this bomb. See if we can get this bomb planted. They'll give us a break for a second. Maybe they'll let us sneak it in. I think we got it. There we go. Now we're just going to defend, make sure that no one defuses this. Keeping an eye out for the AI. Really cool. You can actually see the exterior. You see some battlecraft breaching and boarding on the exterior. I think we're gonna be okay though. And there we go. So you can play this with up to 6 people on one team, 6 humans against AI. So you can play by yourself or you can play with friends. Now, something to note about our PvE game modes. So all these experimental ones down at the bottom with the solo firing range, Team FPS AI Sandbox, or Team PvE Sandbox, these time spent in these game modes will not count towards your player progression currently. So if you're looking to unlock some of those cosmetics and rank up, then you'll have to hop into our PvP game mode. So let's do that next. We're just gonna hit quick play. We have 3 game modes currently in Project Genesis with plans to build out additional game modes and maps. Each one of our game modes has multiple maps to them. And in our current state, if you hit quick play, you will be dynamically rotated through different game modes and different maps, so you can kind of experience the entire breadth and scope of Project Genesis and what's available for you for content. So let's hit quick play and we'll hop into it. This first game mode that we're being put into is called Onslaught. Onslaught is the best of 3 rounds between 2 teams. You are either attacking or defending each round, and there are 2 bomb sites. One bomb site is on the exterior, in the exterior environment that you have to attack or defend in battlecraft form in the ships. The other bomb site that requires being either attacked or defended is in the interior and has to be done in avatar form in the FPS portion of the game. Let's hop on in. This particular map is the Proteus Snow map, probably my personal favorite map visually that we have currently. And let's start with the let's switch over. We'll switch up our loadout. We're going to go with the Rogue using the Kingsguard. This is one of our ARs, and then the Battlecraft is the Wraith with the laser Gatling. So let's start with this. Looks like we're defending first, and you get this prompt on screen. So we have to defend the exterior bomb site, and you can see that out here indicated by this A. So the bomb site that we need to defend is here, where we'll defend against the enemies. And then if we go inside, we can go to we defend against B, which is the interior bomb site in FPS form. Again, the breach and board animation transfers us from the exterior environment in battlecraft form to the interior. This is the interior of the capital ship. It looks like I'm in trouble. Let's see if we can get away. There we go. And that bomb site's in the middle, so that's the target of what we're looking to defend against. Let's hop back in there. In this game mode, you can spawn, no matter whether you're attacking or defending, you can spawn as an avatar or battlecraft at any point. You're not required to maintain control of anything in order to have access to it. It's free game, and you're able to spawn in either way. So whichever environment needs more assistance from your team at the time is available to you. So you can get to where you need to be as quickly as possible and be an asset for your team. All right, let's go outside and make sure if you push and hold your interact key, it will transfer you from avatar back to battlecraft. So it looks like our teammates are able to hang on in B. So we're just going out here just to make sure that as the time runs out, no one's trying for a sneaky plant out here on A. Let's see if we can put some damage into these battlecraft. In our battlecraft, the weapons, your primary weapon, typically falls into one of 3 categories. Hit scan, meaning whatever you aim at when you press your mouse button to fire, it will impact immediately. Projectile weapons, which have a bit of travel time to them. Think of it like an arrow almost, where it takes a certain amount of time and you have to lead your target based on the speed that they're moving. And we also are adding some laser / beam weapon battlecraft as well. Your secondary weapons currently on battlecraft are pretty much almost entirely homing weapons. So think homing missiles, missiles and weapons that lock on when you receive an indicator and lock on to other targets. So you have some flexibility, and we're going to be adding additional weapons to the arsenal for both battlecraft and FPS. In this game mode, though, we kind of hopped in. It looked like on the 3rd round, but it is the best of 3 rounds, and whichever team wins 2 out of 3 wins the game. Now we're getting put into our other map for Onslaught, and this is Solar Storm. We'll use the Hacker Avatar and the Spectre Battlecraft, and we'll start in the exterior environment in our Battlecraft. We don't know yet if we're attacking or defending, but it looks like we're defending. Okay. So we'll show you this map. This is, again, Solar Storm on our Onslaught game mode. We have the Spectre, and we're using the Smart Gun. Let me show you this homing. This is the interceptor missiles, but they are lock-on weapons. And then this is the Smart Gun that I was talking about that has some some slight homing properties to it. It's not, don't think of it necessarily as aim assist. You still do have to aim at the target, but it does provide some small tracking abilities to give you a little bit of assistance. Looks like they got us. For avatars, the secondary weapons currently are pistol classes, although we do have some plans for additional weapons in the future, some experimental and more sci-fi style weapons that are coming in the near future. Let's head back outside. We're going to use our interact key and head back outside and make sure everything's okay out in the exterior as the clock ticks down. We can always transfer back if we need to using the breach and board mechanic. Looks like we're okay out here. We're kind of positioning ourselves between the two objectives. This is really kind of a smart way to do it, to play towards endgame, because you do have the ability to transfer back if need be. So we're at easy distance and reach to both objectives and bomb sites. All right. Looks like we might get this round. Perfect. So there we go. One round in the books. If we win the next round, then our team wins this game. Awesome. Here we go. Here's round 2. Let's see if we can make this the final round. We're on attack now. So, you know what? Actually, we're gonna transfer back to our ship using the interact key, and we're gonna see if we can plant and get a quick plant on the exterior bomb site over here on A. This is half the battle, so let's see if we can knock this out first, and get an early start. There we go. Okay, looks like the troops are coming in to attack. Let's see if we can get some distance and pick them off so they can't defuse our bomb. Uh-oh, we're in trouble. Okay, we go again. Looks like they haven't defended yet, so that's good news for us. We'll throw our healing pod down for a little more survivability. Okay, we got the exterior. Now we're headed into... Let's head inside. Looks like some of our teammates already planted the bomb inside, and so now we just need to defend it, and this game is over if we can hang on. All right. Okay. There we go. We got this. Should be no problem. These barrels, by the way, are the only form of friendly fire that we currently have. You can blow up both yourself and teammates by exploding one of the red barrels if they're too close to it or you're too close to it. But other than that, there is no friendly fire in Project Genesis. And that's it. That's the game. So now we're going to transfer to our next game mode. And we have 2 more game modes to explore. We have Detonation and we have Dominion. So we'll see what comes up next. But that was what we just saw was our Onslaught game mode. The last 2 game modes were the Onslaught, best out of 3 rounds, an exterior bomb site, and an interior bomb site. So you can experience both landscapes. This is our progression system. We just played a PvP game mode. So we earned XP. We earned we leveled up some of our characters. We progressed further to our next rank, as well as the ability to unlock some additional cosmetics kind of as you go. With our progression system, we recently added what's called Prestige. And when you reach level 100 in our current progression system, you then move into our Prestige status and our Prestige rankings and levels, where you then unlock very exclusive cosmetics and skins that were previously reserved only for the development team. This is our Dominion game mode. This is all about capturing and defending different points across the map. Some are in the exterior, some are on the interior. You see, this is our outpost map, and it's the first team to accrue 1,000 points. The way you earn points for your team is by capturing and holding different points across the map. You see that A and B are in the exterior in this current version of this map, and we can breach and board inside the interior, and we're trying to capture and hold control and maintain control of the points inside. The more points that you capture and your team holds, the faster you'll earn points towards your total score, and the faster you'll achieve that 1,000 point score, which is the first team to 1,000 wins. So the more points that you capture and hold, the faster you accrue points, the faster you get to 1,000 points, the faster you win. Pretty simple. In this game mode, you are forced at the beginning of the round to spawn as a battlecraft. You can spawn as an avatar once your team has successfully gained control of one of the interior points. So if your team does not hold control of any of the interior capture points, in this case C, D, or E, then you will not be able to spawn as an avatar. You'll have to spawn as a battlecraft, and then you'll be able to breach and board into the avatar space. Right now we're controlling 4 out of the 5 points. You can see our point total at the top is going up pretty significantly, where we're now at over 500 points. We're halfway there and well ahead of the other team. Almost killed myself with a red barrel there. So now it's all just about maintaining control, trying to make sure that we hold control of these points. It doesn't mean that you don't gain points for your team by achieving kills on the opposing team, but points are awarded at a significantly higher rate for objective captures than they are for simply fragging out your opponent. We can return to the ship. Let's see if we can maybe snag A. Let's see if we can get all the capture points. Return to our ship. Maybe we can make it over there. We're getting really close to that 1,000 number anyway, so this probably isn't even necessary, but let's see if we can do it just for fun. There we go. 1,000 points, and that's Dominion. We're about to probably see the other game mode, or the other map for the Dominion game mode here in a second. But one thing I wanted to mention is that something that we have that's a really unique opportunity that is really, really cool. And we've been able to connect with all sorts of communities and organizations and players, is the Project Genesis test pilot program. Now, this is part of our badge program, and Project Genesis test pilots are instrumental in the development of this game. We're gamers. We love games just like you do. And we make games because we love games. And so we want to make a game that we love to play and that you love to play. So the way that we're doing this is we are bringing players behind the scenes of game development as part of our Project Genesis test pilot program. In the Project Genesis test pilot program, test pilots are taken behind the scenes of game development, given chances to learn the basics of bug writing and bug reporting, game balancing, game design, level flow, weapon balancing, and get to interact with members of our development team while they test unreleased private builds. This game mode specifically, in both maps that you're seeing right now, and the second one you're about to see, have undergone significant changes in level flow, balance, sight lines, cover, reduction of choke points, and all because of test pilots. And so if you're interested in becoming a test pilot and getting access to unreleased private builds of Project Genesis that are not available to the public, we want you. We want to hear what you have to say, and whether you just want to see the newest stuff before everyone else does, whether you like getting into a game behind the scenes and trying to break things, whether you are interested in competitive integrity and really want to make sure that the balance between the level flow, the game design, and the weapon design and the character design all makes sense and creates a fun and experience that you love, then we want you. The way to do this, join our Discord, ask about our test pilot program, and we will get you hooked up. It is a lot of fun. We've been collaborating with Wounded Warrior Project for several months to build out our newest version of our test pilot program, and now we're expanding it. So if this interests you and you're hearing this and you're like, I want to see the newest stuff, or I want to try to break things or find bugs, or I want to help balance this game and give feedback for things that could make this game better, then we want you. Join our Discord, grab the link, join our Discord, tell us you want to be a test pilot, and we will hook you up. Let's hop into this second map for Dominion. Looks like the game's already underway. In this case, there still are exterior and interior capture points. Same rules still apply. First team to 1,000 points wins. The more points that you hold control over, the faster you will gain point totals to achieve the 1,000 point score when you win. All right. Oh, let's go grab C. It looks like the other team's trying to grab C. Let's go take it back. No problem at all. Something to note, like just on a tactics level, is there is an advantage for being the first team to capture any specific capture point in the Dominion game mode. You'll notice that the first time that you capture a point, you simply have to complete the diamond. But if you're recapturing a point controlled by the enemy team, you first have to return the point to a neutral state, and then you're able to capture it. So it's twice as long to recapture a point than it is to initially capture it for the first time. So definitely an advantage if you are the team to capture any capture point first. All right. Okay. Looks like we're nearing the end. Let's go outside and see if we can capture this B point just as we'll rub it in their face a little bit, just as icing on the cake. We'll transfer out. We might not be able to get there in time. Our point total is going up pretty quick, but let's see if we can make the trek across. Looks like they had the same idea, didn't they? Hey, we got the win anyway. So that was our Dominion game mode. You saw both maps. Like I mentioned, both of these maps specifically right now have been undergoing dramatic changes and improvements to increase competitive integrity, both in level flow, cover, reduction and removal of choke points, all because of our test pilots. So what I'd love to do right now is take you and let you see a little bit of what our collaboration with the Wounded Warrior Project has been like. So you can see briefly what we've been doing to begin and build out this newest version of our test pilot program that now is available to you. So take a look at what we've been doing behind the scenes with a collaboration between Project Genesis and the Wounded Warrior Project, or the Wounded Warrior Project Test Pilot Program.
Having the freedom to pursue your dreams and creative passions is a privilege that we are immensely grateful for as a development team. At 8 Circuit Studios, we are on a mission as an indie dev team to create games that inspire others to chase their goals. We are keenly aware that the liberty that we exercise to realize this purpose is inherently costly. The latitude that we currently enjoy remains accessible because of the tireless sacrifice of veterans and their family members who dedicate their lives to guarding the freedoms that we enjoy. We understand that transitioning from a military career to a civilian career can be challenging, and we are committed to supporting our service members with the assets we have at our disposal. To this end, we are thrilled to have the opportunity to collaborate with Wounded Warrior Project and work ongoing with dynamic warriors and family support members as we develop our current game title, Project Genesis. Over the past several months, we've been conducting Cohort 1 and 2 of the Wounded Warrior Project Test Pilot Program, with Cohort 3 in progress currently. These initial cohorts have incorporated private game testing sessions for Project Genesis, as Wounded Warrior Project test pilots have been taken behind the scenes of video game development and have been provided with an overview on game testing, bug reporting, and play balancing. Test pilots have been able to benefit from regular sessions of practical product testing with direct input from industry veterans. This experience has provided insight into what real game development is like and has offered an opportunity to see if video game development is for them. Each cohort culminated with an open forum led by our development team focused on answering questions about the industry, providing support for industry-specific resume writing, and interview assistance. We are honored to share in this ongoing collaboration with Wounded Warrior Project and are excited to offer this unique experience to our entire community as we forge ahead.
All right, so now we're going to move on to our final game mode that's currently in Project Genesis, and this is called Detonation. Detonation is a game mode custom made for Project Genesis, where two identical capital ships, where the interiors are identically the same with identical objectives, exists in the map, and the objective is to attack the enemy's capital ship, destroy the shield, breach and board the enemy capital ship, and complete a series of progressive objectives that ultimately culminate in bomb locations being opened up where you plant and successfully set off bombs in the enemy capital ship to destroy it. Be careful, the same objectives exist on your capital ship, and you have to defend against the opposing team while attacking their capital ship. Let's hop into this. In this game mode, you can spawn as an avatar or a battlecraft. However, if you spawn as an avatar, you will be placed in a defensive role on your own capital ship to defend against the enemy. If you spawn as a battlecraft, you'll be placed into the space combat environment where you'll be able to travel, like you're seeing right now, across the exterior environment to then destroy the shield on the enemy capital ship, as well as breaching and boarding the enemy capital ship and completing a series of objectives. You're going to notice in this game mode that in the Team PvE sandbox mode, where we had to hack a terminal, then place a bomb, both of those objectives come from the Detonation game mode that we're in right now. So we're going to breach and board. Now we're going behind enemy lines onto the enemy capital ship. We have two terminals that we need to hack. We have a core AI that we need to capture, and then we need to plant 2 bombs. We're going to see if we can go ahead and make some progress on that. One of the terminals, reactor security. You see we're coming up on reactor security. This is going to be the first objective that we're going to attempt to complete. Now watch out for those enemies trying to stop us from bypassing the security. The terminals you can hack in any order. Whew. Trying to sneak up on me. Okay. Now we're going over to bridge security. Once we hack bridge security, we'll be given access to the core AI room. By hacking the reactor security like we just did, that removed a barrier that allows access to the bomb site room, but the bombs are not yet available to be planted. The room has access now for us. And let me show you real quick what I'm talking about. You see that there's this barrier right here. I can't pass through this. Now the enemy team can, but I cannot. The way I get rid of that is by hacking this bridge security right here, and that will remove that barrier. When we hacked the bridge security, the reactor security, it removed the same sort of barrier that prevented access to the bomb site, the room where ultimately we're going to plant the bombs. So now that we have access to the core AI, you see this barrier is no longer here. Now we can progress in, and now we need to kill these enemies and then capture the core AI. Once we capture the core AI, we'll be given... Woo! That was close. We'll be given access to the bomb site room, where then we can plant bombs. The way this game mode works is the first team to complete all objectives first wins, or the team with the highest point value by the time that the round is over. This is in the same manner as some of the other game modes, where kills do award points, but you can't just simply frag your way to victory. You do need to complete objectives, because the point totals that are awarded to your team are significantly higher for objective-based achievements versus simply fragging out. Prior to us hacking this terminal right here, there would have been a barrier right here that would prevent us from passing, as well as on both left and right sides. So right here, we wouldn't be able to pass either. Because we hacked that terminal, it provided us access to that section. We're gonna clear these enemies out. You can see now see that there are coming hot and heavy right now. See if we can get these bombs planted. If you successfully just plant both bombs and they successfully go off, They destroy the enemy's capital ship and you win. Now you have to make sure that your objectives on your own capital ship are not being completed faster than you are completing the ones on the enemy ship. So you really do need to have team members work together, have some attacking the enemy capital ship, have some that remain on their own capital ship to defend. So we got one bomb off. Make sure the last one goes off, and we're about to get this win. There we go. So that's detonation game mode. 2 identical capital ships. You defend your own while attacking the other one. Progressive objectives inside once you break the enemy capital shield and destroy it. And the first team to complete all objectives on the opposing capital ship wins, or the team that has the highest point total when the timer runs out. We're going to head back to the main menu. I want to talk about a few extra special things that we have available for you if you want to support us during pre-alpha early access for Project Genesis. Right now, we have some exclusive DLC content in the form of a multi-tiered set of Founders Packs. Now, these are only available while we are in early access, and they're a way for you to not only support the game development of Project Genesis, but also receive some exclusive items that are available only for a limited time to demonstrate that you are a founder and an OG member of the community for Project Genesis. I'm going to show you a little bit of what they look like in game, and then we're going to cut to some videos so you can see exactly what's included in all of these upper tier DLC packs. We do have a multi-tiered system that starts at bronze and goes all the way up to platinum. And we'll showcase the gold, titanium, and platinum founders packs since they include cosmetic DLC in game that you can equip right now if you want. Now, if you purchase Project Genesis, you receive the gold founders pack for free, but it can also be purchased separately. We have some bundles if you want to get the whole line of founders packs. That's available for you as well at a discounted rate. But in the gold founders pack, you do receive 2 really cool items that you can equip right now in game. And it comes in the form of an emblem and a kill card. So this animated kill card will appear anytime you kill an enemy or you complete an objective. And it's an animated kill card that displays very clearly that you're a gold founder. Plus, you also get the gold founders emblem that you can show off. You see that right here. And this displays not only as part of your kill card when you kill enemies or you complete objectives, but also shows up various other places in game to identify your status as a gold founder. Now, if you want to up the ante a little bit, then you could progress up to the titanium founders pack, which includes an animated kill card that designates you as a titanium founder, and also now an animated emblem with the titanium founders emblem. Additionally, you also get, with the titanium founders pack, you get an exclusive skin that can be equipped to any of your battlecraft. So you can show off in game this really, really dynamic and flashy skin. It applies to, like I said, to all battlecraft. So you can rock it across the board and show off your titanium founders status. If you really want to have the best of the best and the flashiest of the flashy, then the platinum founders pack is for you. And this includes, just like the previous, it includes its own kill card and emblem. Both are animated, super flashy animated emblem, and an awesome animated platinum founders kill card. But that's not it. You also receive this amazing, amazing animated battlecraft skin that applies to all battlecraft. It designates you as a platinum founder. You can even put it on this big boy behemoth battlecraft, and you can see exactly what it looks like. And this is available along with a bunch of additional content, regardless of which founders pack that you purchase, depending upon what is a comfortable entry point for you. We have a wide range with different prices to suit your needs, so you can, no matter what your budget, you can be a founder and have that identification in game. So without further ado, I want to cut over and let you shoot and bring up some videos of our gold, titanium, and platinum founders packs so you can see exactly what's included in each one of them. All right, we look forward to seeing more founders in the game. Before we wrap this up, I do want to mention that we do have 3 weekly playtest sessions, like I mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast, that we host as a development team on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays of each week, where we meet with our community members. We play with them in game. You can hop in on the same team or the opposing team of the devs, talk with them in Discord, and interact with us in a fun way. They're open to the public, and we host them every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Pacific, on Thursdays at 11 a.m. Pacific, and Fridays at 2 p.m. Pacific. We'd love to see you in game for any of these sessions. We love meeting and playing with our community members in game, and I'd love to show you some highlights, some short highlights from some of our recent dev sessions and team stream playtest sessions that we host again on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays. So check out what we've been doing with our community on a weekly basis for our playtest sessions. All right. Thank you so much, both on behalf of myself and the entire 8 Circuit Studios developer team. Thank you for coming along with me on this Project Genesis live stream tour. I hope you enjoyed your time here in the stream. We look forward to seeing you in game. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us on social media, via our website and email, or join our Discord and be a part of our community and join in the conversation. If you're interested in our developer playtest sessions each week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, we would love to have you join us. Hop in our Discord. If you're interested in being a test pilot, we want you. So see things before everyone else does. Get in, learn the basics, and have a basic understanding and foundation to get yourself into the game development space. If you're interested in, find bugs, learn how to write them, learn about game balancing, weapon balancing, level flow, and help us influence the direction of the game. We know you have great ideas and we want to hear them. So become a test pilot today. We are looking to add to our existing squadron of test pilots, and we want you. Thank you again so much for your time. Again, my name is Noel Delisle, and on behalf of the 8 Circuit Studios development team, have a wonderful rest of your day. We look forward to seeing you in the lobby soon.